guys, welcome back to my channel. This is J, and today's video is a first impression of the new Soph X Revolution palette. So she came out with another collaboration with Revolution Makeup, which is called the Extra Spice palette, as well as 3 bullet lipsticks. They came in the collection. So I already have swatches on my Instagram, so do go ahead and check them out. But I'll show you guys quickly what the palette looks like, and then we get right into the video to test it out, see what I think and all that good stuff. So it comes in its box like this, rose gold packaging, and then at the back of the packaging you get the shade names, the colors and all that good stuff. So the palette itself has a rose gold mirror type of situation going on, and on it you've got Soph X Revolution Extra Spice. It's got 18 ultra professional eyeshadows, and the back is pretty simple. It's just got her name, it's got ingredients of the palette, and also that it lasts for 12 months. And when you open it up, it comes with a good size mirror, which I will not blind you guys. So it does have a mirror, and it does have a protective film that stops the eyeshadows from staining the glass. And the palette itself looks like this. So you get a really good nice range of colors. I love the fact that the names of the shadows are printed on the actual palette. Makeup Revolution usually does it on a film, and to be honest, the minute I open a palette I always chuck that away and I never know what color I'm wearing. So it's nice that it's printed on the actual palette. This palette retails for £10, I believe I got it for, and each bullet lipstick was £4. If I'm wrong, I'll put the price on the screen, but I believe that was how much I paid for it. So as you guys can see, I already dipped my finger into it to do some swatches on my Instagram. My first impression of the palette obviously is the colors are beautiful, but when I tried to do arm swatches, the colors weren't showing off as well, so I had to use a primer. I usually never use a primer for swatches on my arm because I really wanted to see the intensity of the palette, but I had to use a primer to just get the shadows to show up. But you get 12 matte shades. I've got 12 matte shadows in here and 6 shimmer shades. So I'll go ahead and test this palette out. Obviously I haven't tested it out on my lids yet, I've just done swatches, but I'll also show you a comparison of her first collaboration with Revolution Makeup. So this is the box of the first collaboration that she did with Revolution Makeup. This had 24 eyeshadows in it, and show you what it looks like in comparison to this guy. Again, it's still got the same kind of creamy palette which outlines the new one. So this is what the first palette looked like, and this is what her new so new palette is below, first palette is on top. So this is what it looks like. I can see a few shades that are kind of similar, but nothing too like out of the ordinary. Like that red shade looks more intense than the red shade in the first palette, but yeah, you could definitely see that they're sister palettes and they're made from the same mind. But these shadows in this palette, for some reason, I don't know why, it's the same size, but obviously, so that is what both palettes look like. But for the purpose of today's video, I'm only going to be using her second palette, and just to see what I think, because I've already used this palette, the first one, a couple of times, and I do actually like the pigmentation of the palette. So yeah, if you guys want to see looks using the Soph palette, then follow me on Instagram. You would have already seen some of my looks. So yeah, let's stop rambling and let's get into this video. So to be honest, I really don't know what look I want to create, but I know I really want to use that red shade, maybe do something plumish and red and all that good stuff. So I've used the primer, and I used the Crayolan eyeshadow primer just so that the colors pull a bit more, and lately I've been loving to do my eyeshadow first before doing my brows and my base. So we're gonna go ahead and start with that. So the first color I'm gonna go into is chocolate orange, which is that shade, which is like a brown shade. And obviously dipping my brush in there is quite a bit of fallout, but that's to be expected. Normally Makeup Revolution shadows do have a bit of fallout anyway. So I'm just gonna blend that into my crease, and I'm gonna be quite generous with that because I really want to do something blown out. Shade all the way to the front as well to give it a bit more intensity. And automatically, I love how pigmented this eyeshadow is. Like, it's really pigmented. You can really see it on my skin tone. So this to me would be the perfect transition type of shade, although I'm using it as more than that, blurring it out. I think it's a very pretty color. And build it up a little bit. So the next color I'm going to go into is Cheesecake, which is this brown. It's like a darker version of chocolate orange. So I quite like how dark it is. So I'm really going to saturate my brush because I really want the intensity. And I'm just going to bring it a little lower than chocolate orange. I love the fact that some of the eyeshadow names are named after desserts, like food. To be honest, the palette itself is called Extra Spice Palette, which is food really, but I think it's quite cute, to be honest. The next shade I'm going to go into is called Enchanted, which is this plum purple type of shade. And again, I'm going to bring that slightly lower and just intensify that in my crease, and I'm going to bring it all the way to the front. And I'm going to pack this color in because it's not really pulling as deep as I thought it would. So I'm really going to have to pack her in and then blend. It's going to take a little time to build. That shade has literally taken me at least 6-7 minutes to build up. It's not as intense as I thought it would be. It looks more intense in the palette than it's putting on my eyes. So I probably should have used a base for that one. No, it'll do. Now I wish there was a black in this palette. There's actually no black in this palette, and there's no black in the first palette. So the only dark shade, it's not really a black, and that's from the first palette, which is this guy. And I need a little bit of deepness to the crease, so I'm gonna use a little bit of that shade. I don't know what it's called. Again, I've thrown it away, the film that used to come with the palette, so I don't know what it's called, but I'm just going to add just a tiny bit to my crease just to intensify the crease, just a little bit. Now because I want to use the red shade, which is called 21, I'm going to cut my crease, and I'm going to use a light concealer, and this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in C05. I'm just going to give my eyelid a base as well as cut my... Apply the red shade, which is called 21, on my lids, and I'm gonna pack this hula on. I really need that red shade to pop. If it pops as much as it does in the pan on my lid, then looking on, it is saturated. It looks really pretty, but do you guys see the amount of fallout on my face? It's literally Fallout City, but the color is really saturated, which is really good. So I'm going to go back into the first Sophie palette and just deepen up my crease, and I'm also going to use Enchanted from the second palette, and that's just to redefine the crease line. I probably got lost, and I'll blend that out as well. I'm using a pencil brush to do this. So this is what the current situation is. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the eyeshadow off my face. I'm going to do my base off camera and we'll come back. So my brows are on. I'm going to go ahead and apply my brow bone color. And there isn't much of a highlight brow bone type of color that I really like, but I'm just going to go ahead and use Everyday, which has some shimmer to it, so I'm a bit wary. I might mix that with Running Late that's just next to it, so I might just mix both shades so that it's not as intense, because it's for my brow bone and I really don't want anything too intense. Nothing special, it's not pulling off a lot of color, to be honest. And I don't want to apply too much because there's a lot of fallout. Concealer's on, powder's on, and I've left a little bit under my eye to catch any fallout, which I presume will be loads. So I'm gonna just line my waterline with the Makeup Revolution Line and Fleek liner, which is the black one I use all the time. I absolutely love it. I'm just gonna fill in my waterline, and I'm gonna drag it down a little bit. It just helps with creating that easy smoky line. Into the Extra Spice palette, and I think I'm going to use Romance, which is this shade, and I'm going to use that on my lower lash line, but I'm not going to drag it all the way to the front because I want to put another shade there. I think I'm going to pat it on as well. Corner, I'm gonna put Affinity, which is this shade, and it's like a silver color. I really want to see how that shade performs. Very pretty. Wing liner, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Ink liner. Apply my blush, and I'm going to be using the Sleek Cosmetics Blush by 3 palette, and this one is called the Pink Sprint palette, and I'm going to use this shade. It's very pretty. I haven't used this palette in a while, and I know, I know it's super pigmented, so light hand indeed. Blend that out. Look like Boo-Hoo the Clown. My highlighter, I'm going to be using the Sleek Cosmetics Cleopatra Kiss highlighter. I just want a little bit of this. And I'm mixing both of the powder shades. my lashes on, and I am wearing the 30 lashes in Aisha. I absolutely love how flirty these lashes are. Very, very pretty. So that's my face done, and this is what we're looking like. So I'm going to apply my lipstick. So Sophie also came out with 3 lipsticks, and I'll probably do a separate video showcasing these lipsticks as well as a swatch video. But for the purpose of this video, I think I am going to wear Fudge, which is a really, really pretty brown color. I tend to not like to wear lip liner with my nude lipstick, so let's see how this fares. This looks like your lips were better type of lipstick. I like it. So this is my final look using the Soph Extra Spice palette. So my final thoughts. I love the packaging of this collection. I wish the lipsticks and the eyeshadow palette came as a discounted, collection piece, as opposed to individually selling them as pieces. I mean, you could do that, but also create a little package, so if you wanted to get the entire collection, you wouldn't have had to pay the individual prices for them. I love the rose gold packaging. I love that it's one up from the old Soph palette. The only thing I don't like is the fact that both palettes cost £10. However, the new palette you get 18 shades. The old palette is 24 shades. I understand that the new palette has wider pans, which means you have more product, but it's always nice when you've got more colors to play with. And the fact that they both retail for £10 can be a little bit annoying, but still they're the same size in terms of palette comparison, so I see why they would be £10, the same as the first one. The shade range is very, very pretty. I did do a swatch of a lot of the shades in there, and the yellow one didn't really come out as well on my arm swatch, so I'm yet to use it on my eyes to see how I like it. But in terms of the red that I used for this look, it really popped really well. Obviously there was a lot of fallout. It's to be expected in most eyeshadow palettes, but the fallout level for this one was a lot, and I just wish it wasn't as much, just in case if you like to do your face before your eyes. You wouldn't be able to do that with this palette, no, unless if you're using only the shimmer shades, which don't have that much fallout, but the matte shades do have a lot of fallout. But I do love the shade range. I love how fun it is. I love how intense those crease colors are. I love how intense Infinity is in my inner corner. I love the shade of the red. I love the transition shades that I used. I think overall it came out really beautifully, and it looks really nice. So yeah, I absolutely do love the palette. I think it's worth £10 absolutely. So if you're on a hunt for a good bargain palette that's fun, obviously the colors in there will push you out of your comfort zone if you like to experiment with colors. But if you're someone that just likes the normal everyday neutral type of shades, you can get that in this palette as well. I love the fact that it would work on all skin tones as well, because the shades in there are deep enough to show up on my skin tone, and will probably be deep enough to show up on darker skin tone. You just have to mix some shades together. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I give this palette definitely a thumbs up. I will do a separate video showcasing the lipsticks, and I will link it in the description box. It might not be on YouTube, it might be on Instagram. Either way, I will link it in the description box below. Let me know what you guys think about this palette. Have you used it? I know my review is slightly late. The palette's been released a couple of weeks ago, but obviously I'm just getting around to playing with it. But definitely sound off below what you guys think about this palette. Have you used it? What do you think? Did you get it? Are you enjoying it? Like, let's have a conversation down below. Other than that, if you guys would like to see more of me, there are a couple more videos at the end. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do. And if you have, that one's for you. And come back again for a future video. So take care guys, and remember, God doesn't like ugly, so be nice to someone today.